What's up everyone, it's Bones here. In today's video, I'll be doing something a little bit different. As you can see, I have Shiba Warrior Taro in my hand. Earlier last night, it was reported that Kazuki Takahashi, the creator of Yu-Gi-Oh, had unfortunately passed away. Shiba Warrior Taro was his favorite card that was based on his dog. And the deck I'll be using is Adventure Punk. A current meta deck in the TCG, I wanted to use this deck to represent a community that he created. Before I begin, I'd like to thank Kazuki Takahashi for bringing me one of my favorite pastimes, but for also introducing me to a pair of lifelong friends. So onto the replay, you'll see that I wanted to make the most use out of Taro as I could. So I'm going to use the right, which will let me get the Fateful, then I can add the Griffin, discard the Aqua, then I can get the Fateful Search off the Griffin summon, and then I can normal summon the Taro, go into Hulk with the token and Taro, summon the Red Rose, then go into Baron with the Griffin and the Red Rose, summon Rox Rose off Red Rose, use the Basil Shoot to get the Red Rose, go into Dagda, and you'll see we're actually going to get to play Yu-Gi-Oh here, as my opponent is playing a going second deck and he has the Kaijus. So I impermed the alpha there, thinking he hadn't been done his turn, knowing that these type of decks usually like going for the OTK. So maybe a little bit risky on my part, but I felt like if I wanted to win this game, I had to do it. And as you'll see, I'm going to use the Hulk to go into the Shooting Riser, and then the Shooting Riser can go into the Punisher with his Kaiju. So I'm going to use the right on the follow-up, which will let me use the Fateful. Then I can discard the Draco back, and I have the Aqua here. I'm going to return the Eater just to lower its attack. I know it was low anyways, but it's just a free return, and you can lower the attack if damage ever came up. Then I'm going to go into the Unicorn to bounce back the Grand Maju, so I can leave him with not too much of a play. But my opponent is going to top deck Slumber here, which is pretty big, and then he's going to go into the Eater of Millions with the rest of his cards. And I'm going to use Snow to flip it face down, as I really wanted to keep materials, and you'll see it's definitely going to pay off, as I can use the right here, and then I can go into Selene, and then normal summon the Ash, which will let me go into Access Code Talker, and then I can destroy the Eater so I don't have to worry about the banishing. My opponent here is actually going to top deck an Allure, and he has the Search off the Access Code, so if I don't draw a monster, he doesn't die this turn, but he gets the Gizmek Orochi Keep off the Allure, and this puts me at a disadvantage here. So I get Souls, and I pass, praying he doesn't draw a monster, because I knew I'd need multiple, and luckily for me, he gets Thunderbird. So my turn comes, and I get Ash Blossom, and now I can play. As you'll see, I'm going to special summon the Souls, go into Dark with the Ash Blossom and the Souls, summon the Bigfoot, and then I can attack over the Gizmek, and now I have Snow and Graveyard to prevent me from dying. And my opponent top decked the Pankratops here, which was kind of crazy. As you'll see, he'll get to use it, which I don't know, maybe he should have attacked or tried to attack over the Dark first, make me use the Snow first. But that's neither here nor there. I'm going to tribute summon the Nibiru because that's the type of game it's been. And unfortunately, I misclicked here with the right click and I didn't attack again. I clicked no, and my opponent is going to get the extra body on board, as he's obviously digging for probably his final Grand Maju. And now I'm going to attack over his two monsters and pray he doesn't draw it. He top decks the Trident, and my opponent surrenders. On to game 2, and as you see, I did not draw the greatest, but I do have Droll, so at least it stops his dangers, but that anti-spell and that summon limit are looking really nice here. And you'll see that I have Red Rose, Rox Rose, the Draco back, and 2 hand traps that I drew, plus the anti-spell. I thought he would make me go first here. Surprised somewhat he went first. I mean, I've seen trap builds before. It's just, since Desires got limited and semi-limited, we haven't seen them as much. So I'm going to play this out here out of respect for the tribute of the replay. and my opponent's going to attack me with Grand Major, just like Yu-Gi-Oh! Should be. Now for game 3, I'm going to open full combo here. As you can see, I have the Ash, I have the Italy, I have the Right, I have the Droll, and I have the second Ash for the discard. So now I can do the same adventure plays, get the Draco back here, search or summon the Xiamen, use its effect to get me the Foxy, discard the Draco back, then I can re-equip the Draco back. Then I can use the DNO here as Chainlink 2, Chaos Ruler as Chainlink 1, then Excavate 5, in which I think I'm going to add Rockthrows because I drew it off, and I get the Snow Mill, which is pretty amazing, and I'm going to summon the Taro again, which just felt awesome to do in games 1 and 3. So I'm going to use the Droll here on the trade-in. I didn't want to use the Ash knowing that he played Slumber already, so I'm going to use the Wonder Magician here and flip down the Alpha so that I can limit his plays, and then I'm going to use the Scythe, get its effect, and sink them away into Baron. My opponent's going to use the effect, and I let that go through because I didn't think it was worth negating, and I knew that there was a chance that it could hit or miss, and that's exactly what happened. And my opponent's going to flip the summon limit here. I'm going to negate it with the Griffin, and then I'm going to destroy his set with the Baron, bounce his face down Speller Trap, then the Unicorn will spin away the Gizmek, and I can attack for game with the rest of the remaining monsters and Snow in the graveyard. So as for the deck profile, and I went with a really cookie cutter list, I have the 3 Aquas, the 1 Griffin, the Taro, the Fateful, the Draco back, the 3 Rights, the 3 Italias, 1 Souls and 1 Illusion of Chaos and 1 Souls, then the 1 Scythe, the 1 Foxy Tune, the 1 Deernote, the 2 Xiamen, the 3 Nibs, the 3 Ash, the 1 Snow, the 3 Veiler, the 3 Imperm, the Rocks Rose, Red Rose, and Basil Shoot, then the Called By, the 3 Crossouts, to round out the main deck. Then onto the side deck, you'll see the 3 Drolls, the 3 Dark Ruler No Mores, the 3 Twin Twisters, the 3 D-Barriers, and the 3 Anti-Spells. And onto the extra deck, which I also feel is pretty standard, the Access Code, the Celine, the Unicorn, the Hulk, the Dagda. I do play the Lena because I feel it comes up with the Scythe, sometimes not being able to capitalize games, so that's why I play it. Then there's the Dark, the 1 Anima, and this is really just for souls, the Punisher, the Baron, the Hot Red, the Chaos Ruler, the Shooting Riser, the Wonder Magician, and the Herald of the Arclight. But anyways, that's it for today's video, and for one last time, I would like to say thank you to Kazuki Takahashi, and may he rest in peace. If you made it this far into the video, I thank you for watching. It's Bones, signing out.